everyone, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So today I'm bringing you my weekly update, and I am really starting to enjoy these because having a new format is really helping me just kind of streamline what I want to say, and then I don't finish the video and go, oh, I forgot I wanted to remind them or I wanted to tell them or all that good stuff. So I'm hoping that continuing to do the things that I've been doing will really help keep me on track and then give you the updates that I told you that I would give you. So, all right, let's jump into the updates. All right, so the biggest thing that I want to start with is I went back to the office this week. Now, I understand some of you have went back to the office. I understand that some of you have been in the office since, forever again. But for me, I have been working from home for almost 3 years. And don't get me wrong, I love my job. I love what I do. I love the people that I work with. It was just being at home. It was quiet. I could focus. I could be super productive. And going back to work was kind of a jolt. I knew it was coming, but I don't think that I fully prepared for the actual going back into the office, getting up, getting ready, going downtown, like that was a lot. And I didn't realize how exhausted I would be at the end of each day. And let me tell you something, this was an exhausting week. So I'm hoping the next week will be a little bit better. I did learn a few things, and I guess we can just talk about that now. I did learn that I need to have my lunches fully packed the night before. And the strategy that I've been using the last couple of years, maybe just the past year, is that I have been making things in bulk. So I would make my rice and I would put it in a big container, and I would make chicken and it would go in a big container. And then when I was ready to eat, I would just scoop it all out, scoop it all out, and then heat it in the microwave. Well, let me tell you something, the extra few minutes of scooping out in the morning, I didn't have this week. It was, again, I had to get used to timing. I did get up earlier. I think that that time will work for me, but I think that I need to have my clothes laid out. I need to, like I said, having everything in its containers ready to go, so I'm just grabbing them and throwing them in my bag, I think is really going to help this upcoming week. I did pull out some more shirt options because of the fact that when I thought, well, I'm going back to work, it's wintertime here in Michigan, my plan was just to wear my sweaters. And I had picked up some new sweaters last year, some new sweaters this year. I figured that would be perfect. Well, let me tell you something. We're not on the lower floors anymore. We're actually on in a higher floor, and it is hot up there. So those sweaters I wore, I tried to like play it by ear the first day, but it's too hot. So those sweaters weren't going to work. So I pulled out some of my more springy fall type items, and I'm going to try those out. And if they don't work out, guess what? Kim's going shopping. So I also had to buy some jeans. We are allowed to wear jeans at work, but all of my jeans the past 3 years are the cutesy ones. They've got the little holes in them and the rips in the jeans, and those aren't allowed. So I'm very thankful that I can wear jeans. So I went out and purchased a couple more pair of jeans, but I did get a smaller size. That was very exciting. All right, so let's talk about my week. Now, back to the office again, big thing. Okay, so Tuesday was tough because it was just a long day. So Tuesday I just did the bare minimums, came back, did whatever needed to be done, and that was it. On a Wednesdays are always my busy days. So on Wednesday I went to work, and then I came home, I dropped my stuff off, and I ran to my Weight Watcher meetings. And then I did the meeting, and then I came back here. I grabbed dinner, which I already had prepped in the fridge, thank goodness. So I'm not sure if I shared this, but I do private one-on-one coaching with a client, and my calls with her are on Wednesday nights. So Wednesday was a little longer than, I'm telling you, it was a tough week. So Wednesday just it was like there was a few extra things that had to be done. So I got through Wednesday, and then Thursday back to work. I know I'm making this very long, but I'm trying to get to the gist of it. But so Thursday I went to work, I came home, I had to come home, refresh my hair, refresh my makeup, change my clothes, because of the fact that I got to go to Beetlejuice. And if you are a Beetlejuice fan and this comes to your area, get tickets and go. The show was absolutely amazing. I shared a little bit of it on my Instagram stories, but I'm telling you right now, so good. Like so good. So we went to that and it was, again, amazing. I can't say amazing enough because that show was amazing. But let me tell you something. I was so glad that I did not have to go into the office on Friday because I'm not even sure I could have made it. I definitely would not have been able to do the Beetlejuice show because I got home at midnight and I would have had to have gotten up at 5:30 the next morning, and that would have been tough. So whew, for work for home Fridays. All right, so that's enough about my work week. Today's Saturday. I guess I just tell you about Friday. Friday, I finished my work day, and then my husband and I sat in front of the TV after dinner and caught up on some of our shows because none of that happened this week. And then today's Saturday and I slept in today. So I'm just now getting ready, filming this for you, and then we're gonna go run a couple of errands. And tomorrow is Super Bowl Sunday, and I'm hoping I don't even have to leave the house tomorrow, so fingers crossed. All right, so I mentioned that I went to my WW Weight Watcher meeting on Wednesday, and I was down 0.2. And I was very excited about being down 0.2 because down is a down, right? So it's going in the right direction. I'm making a couple of changes this week. I will let you know how that goes. I got up this morning, jumped on the scale, and I weigh exactly the same as I did Wednesday morning, but I know that I had a couple of beverages at Beetlejuice, and we did have pizza. I did track it. Oh, speaking of tracking, I'm going to put something here. So I started keeping track. I mean, I track every day. I think I'm up to, I don't know, 100 and something days of straight tracking. But I've been putting this on my Instagram stories just for a little extra accountability. And it's been, it's kind of exciting for me to go, okay, here's what I did, post it. Here's what I did, post it. And it's keeping me accountable, and I know that I have to track, so it's helping me keep tracking. I know after 100 days I should, have a habit, but you know how that goes. You get tied up and you just forget to do it. So I've been posting that, and I've been sharing little glimpses of things on my Instagram stories. So if you're not following me over there, definitely go over and give me a little follow. I'm just doing it for fun. I don't know anything about Instagram. I really am winging it here on YouTube. So I mean, I'm doing the best that I can for somebody that's just, doing her thing. But I love the accountability, and I love sharing just little glimpses of my day there. It's just super easy. Take a picture, take a short video clip, and boom, it's online. When I'm filming here, it's a little more labor intensive, and I'm sure that you've heard others talk about this, because you film and then you edit, then you upload, and then you just have to make sure it's a process. So I mean, I still enjoy it, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that it's a little more of a process than it is for me just to boom, post something over there on Instagram. All right, so Netflix, no progress. Zero progress on Netflix. I did not have time to do anything. Again, back to work week. And just in case you didn't watch my last week, I'm watching The Good Place, Emily in Paris, and we just started New Amsterdam. So those are the three things that I'm watching on Netflix, but no progress. All right, so let's talk about my books. I figured I'd just jump back 2 pages rather than making more notes. The Strawberry Shortcake Murder by Joanne Fluke. Good. I mean, oh my goodness. So let me just take a second here. Strawberry Shortcake Murder. Good. I mean, it's like the second book in the series. I did not realize there's like 27 or more books in this series. I had no idea. So this one should keep me going a little bit longer. Again, really light read, super easy to follow, and it's just a fun comedy, mystery, murder mystery twist. I mean, just super fun. Okay, My Money, My Way, Kamika Love. I didn't even pick that book up this week. I plan on picking it up today. I'm going to get at least a chapter or two read today. So at least I will make a little more progress. But again, there's no way I would have retained anything from that book if I tried it. Maggie Sheen, The Gingerbread Man, didn't touch that one either. However, I did have another book come through. Oh geez, now it just slipped my mind what it was. All right, I'll put a picture of it here. So we won't even go into that. So I'll put a picture here because I did not jot it down anywhere, but it's like, I could see it, but I just can't think of the name. But I just showed you, so you'll know. So let me tell you something. When I get a book from the library, the Libby app, we've talked about this several times before. And if you're not familiar with that, let me know in the comments and I'll give a little more detail next week. But let me tell you something, this book. So anyway, I get to borrow this book for 14 days. And I'm like all up in here. Look, now I'm getting closer because I got to tell you about this book. So 14 days. And I returned the book 9 days early. Now this book was 11 and a half hours of audio. A little longer, I mean, but let me tell you something. I watched it while I was getting ready in the morning. I listened to it while I was driving to and from work. I listened to it while I was washing the dishes, while I was cooking dinner. Every opportunity that I had my my AirPods in my ear and I was listening to this book because it was that good. So if you have not read this book before or you have not listened to it, I'm telling you, so many twists and turns and so good, like so good. So grab this one if you're a reader, or if you want to, like I said, I got the book for free from it. It's a download from my library. I'm sure Audible has it. It's so good. So grab that book because could not put it down. I am not even going to give you any spoilers. I mean, because it was that good. It is definitely, I'm trying to think of how I can tell you about this book without giving you spoilers. But it was suspenseful and it was thrilling and there were twists and turns and so just grab the book. Let me know if you've read it before and if you've read it, if you previously read this book or if you plan on reading it, because I'm telling you, and then come back here and let me know once you read it and let me know if you like it, because I can't wait to get my hands on another book by this author because it was that good. All right, so I know that was a lot about the books, but that was really the only thing I accomplished this week, that one book. Oh, and I closed all my rings. I watch, but I closed all my rings this week, and I've gotten a ton of steps this week, and that is one plus about going back to work. So on Friday, since I was so successful this week in closing my rings, I jumped on the treadmill on Friday and close my rings again. So a little bit of motivation. And I guess once you get started, you want to keep going. So there's a bonus. All right. So podcast, I finished the podcast that I was listening to. That was a morbid podcast, The Murder of Sophie Toscan. Really good. And like I said, I like morbid. It's an easy listen to. And I only had like 15 minutes left of that one when I gave you the update last week. So it was really quick to get through. All right. So next week, here are a couple of things that I'm doing or things that I did this week to prepare for next week. I already said that I pulled out some more clothes. So I pulled those out. I washed them. They're hung up. They're ready to go. So it's easy for me to grab those clothes. And again, I'm just wearing jeans with that. So jeans and a top and boots or tennis shoes, super easy. But I will definitely have the chosen outfit, including shoes, socks, everything laid out the night before. I did pick up a new lunch bag. I grabbed my old lunch bag that I had bought 3+ years ago, but I didn't like the functionality of it. So I went on Amazon, and I'll show you, I'll do what I'm packing in my lunch bag this week. I'll show it to you then. I haven't even pulled it out of the package yet. But new lunch bag. I also picked up a new keyboard and mouse because of the fact that when I'm in the office, we don't have assigned seats. So it was really hard to not have a keyboard and try to type on my laptop. They do have extra monitors there. So I got a wireless keyboard and mouse so that I was ready to go. I do currently have one, but my mouse quit working. So I had to have an extra USB spot for my new mouse. And when I went to work, when I went to plug my headphones in, I didn't realize that those were also USB. So I was constantly unplugging and replugging things in order just to get through my conference calls, and it got to be such a pain. So I ordered that. I got that hooked up, so that's way better. I also grabbed some new highlighters because being back to work, I'm using my highlighters more, and I wanted just more cutesy pastel-y colors. I'll try to remember to put a picture here of those. They're like less than $10 on Amazon. And I've also been using my planner more, just trying to keep track of things and jotting things down when I have thoughts, because now that I'm at work, I can't it's things that it's like, oh, don't forget you need to do this, or don't forget you need to grab this shirt, because that would have worked out way better. So just, jot down a quick note and move on. So I've got those ready. I have no idea how long I've been talking today. I think last week was my longest weekly update. No idea how long I've been going. You know what I need to do is I need to set a stopwatch when I start these so that I can keep track so that I at least know how long these have been going. But anyway, now I've extended it 30 seconds, just wondering how long I've been going. I'm a mess today. All right. So with that said, I think that I'm going to try to wrap things up. Hopefully this gave you another update and a glimpse of how I'm making it through my week. I won't talk about his work as much next week, I don't think, unless I find some really good things that may help somebody. Maybe you are also going back to work. I know that there's a couple other companies here in my area that have also went back to work. So if you've just went back to work, leave me an emoji of how you feel in the comments, because of the fact that I know I can't be the only one struggling this week. Again, love my job. Making sure that I say that just in case you're watching. I do love my job. It's just I have to learn a new routine. So with that said, wish me luck this next upcoming week. I'm going to get some meal prep done tomorrow so that I have that ready. I'll try to film that for you so you'll have a fresh meal prep for next week. And I've got a couple new recipes to try, so I'm going to film those as well. I've got one really good breakfast recipe, so stay tuned for that one. Actually, two breakfast recipes coming your way for the next couple of weeks. So, all right, signing off from here today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks for supporting my channel. Thanks for supporting me. And hope that you have a great upcoming week. So we'll see you next time.